All right, let's talk about the fly in a bubble technique. If you're going to do it right, you have to do a couple things right. One is you have to use the right materials, the right bubble, the right swivel. All of these dumb things matter. I know it sounds crazy, but they do. So when you look at it, when I do a fly in the bubble, is I use the clear bobbers. You can see them over here, like this. Clear bubbles. And the way they work is pretty simple. All it is you pull out the stopper, fill it almost completely full of water, and it'll still float. It'll give you an ounce of casting weight. Do you know what that's? Small triangle weight in the surf, that's what you cast with.
Okay.
That's what that weighs.
Wow.
So you can cast out a mile, and you always want to cast as far as you can. All right, so you take the bubble, it's got a stopper, fill it full of water, put your line to the small end first. At the big end, you're going to have a black snap swivel, and it's going to hit, but it's got to be big or it gets stuck in the bubble. So you always use a number 7.
Okay.
Very
that's the
important.
one.
Number 7's the key to this, to make it work, as far as casting and getting it out there. How you guys doing?
Good, how are you?
Yeah. So, I'll be with you in just a minute, okay? So what I always use is this leader material. Why this leader material? Because this leader material is chameleon. Look at the weird color. You guys see the weird color of this?
Yeah.
See, the fish can't see it. When it's in the water, it disappears completely. See, when you cast out with a regular leader material, it's like a long, thin bubble because the color, you see, water is a certain reflectivity. And the line, the leader, is a certain reflectivity. But it's a much brighter reflectivity on monofilament. So what it means is, it looks like a long, thin bubble. Like, you ever seen those lines of light that they put up, you know, little thin lines? It's like that in the water. So it looks like a little mini snake. So a lot of times the fish will just go, I'm getting out of here. So this is what the kind of stuff you use, chameleon, the maximum. It's the only one. Most remarkable thing is it was actually invented in Germany during World War II. The Germans invented it, and it disappeared in the water when they put the mines underneath the bridges to blow them up.
Oh, wow.
So that's how it ended up. But anyway, it's been used since that time, but it's the best. Fluorocarbon is not as good because it gets too brittle in cold water. Okay? So I use 2 pound. You want your leader to be light. You know the biggest fish we've had so far that's been stocked this morning off this ramp? 11 and a half pounds. They're 3 to 12 pounds. How about that, guys? Wow. Let me sneak by you for a minute. I'm going to explain. I'm just going to show a couple things on because we're asking about flies, but right now, the real thing you'd be using is like mice tails and trout worms. But I used a bubble full of water. So the bubble full of water, black swivel, and that leader. If you're fishing with mice tails, 3 to 4 feet. If you're fishing with flies, 7.5 feet. Same thing as spinning outfit. Okay. All right. And if you got a second, I'll just show you the technique. You ever heard of the trout worm or the mice tail?
Yeah.
Okay. 30 years ago, this guy had a lot of nerve. You know what he did? He called up Tom Bedell, owner of Pure Fishing. That's Berkeley, Penn. Yeah. I can go on and on. Owns all these companies, right? Billionaire. And this guy, this nervy little jerk, called him up. Went through one secretary, next secretary, finally got through to the guy, and Tom says, what do you want? And the guy said, well, I want a trout worm, because the bass worms don't work. It spit it out, it's too long, you know. Yeah. So I said, 3 inches long is what I'd make it. This is what this guy said. And it needs to be a small diameter, and it needs to be able to, still have great movement. Yeah. And I want the power bait set. And Tom said, well, we could have that in a year or 2. Oh. And so that was cool. Yeah. Well, guess what? Within 2 years, they produced it. And I gave him was it me? I guess it was me. All right. Anyway, so I gave him a long list of the colors, right? He says, great, make sure I got all the colors because I've got to get back. A billionaire saying to me, I've got to get back to my board meeting. Who am I? Right? So they turned out the worm, and guess what? What was the most popular bait in the western United States for all those years? Up to about 8 years ago? Trout worm. And then my buddy, my personal friend, put a cotton picking egg on the front of it, calls it a mice tail. Now he's number one and I'm a nobody. You see how it goes? My friend. Yeah. Can you believe that? So I want to tell you that and realize it, and that's the way. If you do it, if you're going to do that, remember you want to cast it out. Let the bubbles full of water then. Sometimes you put a bubble will give you a lot of casting strength. And you get, if you're out here in a boat, you're right here around the docks. You just cast right towards, there, and let it drop down. And just go like this, bump, bump, bump. Taking your slack.
Yeah.
Wait, bump, bump, bump. Just take it, just little slow motion. Do it in slow motion. They like slow motion. So you see you're working it up like this. See it?
They bite on the jaw.
See that? Yeah. And they'll take it.
Yeah.
But you got to thread it. When you thread it on there, thread it on up past the eye, about an inch. So, and then let the barb stick out and use a mosquito hook, those real fine hooks.
Yeah.
And it's about that long. Okay? So then it's straight. And now I'll have the same action. It'll still go like that. Is that cool?
Yeah, perfect.
And then they get it, man. Up to 11 and a half pounds so far today.
Wow, off the mice tail.
Well, it'll be off the mice tails. This one wasn't.
Oh.
This one didn't make it. And this man over here got it. All right, pretty cool.
The legend.
So I got one up on you guys already.
So the pekin. Okay, let me show you what works the best real quickly. Then I'll go back to my demo here. See the mice tail. We're gonna sell out in these about 10 or 15 minutes. This has been number 1. This is probably number 2. This is number 3. Yeah.
I have all of them.
Perfect. See, bingo. Do you have these hooks?
Yes, I do.
Always get red hooks.
What
Always
size do you?
8.
8s? Okay.
Bingo. Okay, get that leader material. Tie it up. One spool will cover all you guys. Just buy 1 leader spool, and that's it. Okay.
Off the 2-pound chameleon?
Yeah.
Okay.
Always use 2 pound. Then set your. Well, let's get 3 pound today.
Yeah.
But it's only 1/10,000th diameter difference,
Oh, okay.
so it'll be fine.
Perfect.
But that's what you want. Okay,
Beautiful.
can you do that for me?
Of course.
Okay. Now let's go over the technique. Technique's really important on that, so I'll show you that. We'll go outside. You guys, we'll take care of you already. These are fine Christian guys that work for me. Okay.
Oh, nice.
So,
How's it going?
Hey, how you doing, Jay?
Fine.
now, when you cast, I'm going to go on to this, sorry, but we got to make some rules here. When you cast, you never cast over your head. I'm not going to call that a girly cast, but you know what I'm saying, okay?
I hear you.
So what you want to do is, when you cast, always cast from the side. I use 2 hands, and I cast like this, okay? And I get an arc going to get me as far as I can go. So if I've got a bubble on, I'll hit that stump. I can hit that stump if I want to.
Yeah.
Does that give you an idea? You got
Yeah.
that much weight?
Distance.
Okay. So now we cast it out. By the way, this might look similar to tennis or like golf. Same thing. So you set it fly there, and then you instantly cast because you don't want the fly to start sinking. Maybe you get yanked off. So then you go. What you do is you want to now watch this. You got it in the water, 90-degree angle. Why a 90-degree angle? Better tip action. Why is it near the water? Less slack in your line. Logical. You want to feel the hit, not wait for it later. Okay, so here you are down here. And then what I'll do is I'll wait about 10 seconds. So the fly on these 5 lakes are all wet fly lakes. You take a dry fly, a gray hackle peacock, okay, or a Lake Mary special, and you let it sink down. It'll go about 8 inches down. It will, in that time, 10 seconds. And then when you start out, about this pace, like this, just nice and steadily. And then every so often, now watch this. As I'm going around, watch my hand, just kind of let my finger drop. Got that? You got it? Let your finger drop. You're doing it, right? Cruz, don't mess with me. You're going to do that, right? Okay. Finger drop. That's all you do. And they'll hit it. And you'll find you catch a lot of fish that way.
That's great.
But one last thing to tell you is that when you're working this in, and you got to be able to, you got to twirl it, right? I used to be able to do that. Anyway, well, because it's fun, you know.
Yeah.
See those guys doing little girls doing that. So the one last thing is, when you're out there and you're fishing, you want to make a long cast and go 5 feet over, 5 feet over. Also watch the water. The more the ripple, the more fish you're going to catch. Why? Because the wind and waves capture bugs, which drift down. It's a natural chum. And there you are, you're 8 inches down, floating right with that chum.
Yeah.
See? Does it
Awesome.
work well? Yeah.
We'll see. We're gonna get to see
Okay.
today.
So that should give you a good idea.
Yeah.
So I'm counting on you.
All right. Thank you,
All right.
Don.